Algebra 2, 3.2a, graph ordered pairs of a relation. Now we showed you this in Algebra 1. We use a capital N to represent all natural numbers, a Z for all integers, a Q for all rational numbers, and an R for all real numbers. And when we have R cross R, we're saying the set of all real numbers cross the set of all real numbers. That's a pretty big solution set. And the relations involving R may be infinite, so it would be near impossible to list all the ordered pairs. Can you imagine having to list all the ordered pairs of all the real numbers crossed with all the real numbers? It would go on to infinity. Well, that's why we graph them on a coordinate plane. Each point on the plane corresponds to an ordered pair of x values and y values. And the x comes across horizontal and the y goes up and down vertical. It's two number lines perpendicular to each other. This is the Cartesian coordinate system. The two number lines intersect at the origin, 0, 0, right in the center here. Okay? Looks like a little face, doesn't it? So here's a coordinate plane, here's a Cartesian graph, and the first member of an ordered pair is the x-coordinate, right here, and it's also called the abscissa. And the second member is the y-coordinate, it's also called the ordinate. Together they make the coordinates of a point on a plane. So we could find 2 for x and 3 for y, and it would put us right here, see? All right, so looking at this, the x and y axis divide the plane into 4 quadrants, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're numbered with Roman numerals. Roman numeral 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? So let's take a look at this. And it makes the shape of a C. So if you're wondering where the first quadrant is, just think of C for coordinate plane or C for Cartesian coordinate system, all right? And you'll remember which quadrant is which, all right? And we can graph a relation by plotting the points that correspond to the ordered pairs of the relation. So we can graph this relation right here. We've got our x values in green and our y values in orange, and -8, -4 is right here. See? -8, -4. Then we've got -4 and -2. Here's -4 for x and -2 for y. Then we've got 2 for x and 1 for y. That would put us here, +2 and a 1. And then a 6 and a 3. So here's 6 for x and 3. And then we can connect them and make a line, can't we? And it actually has a positive slope because it's going up towards the right. And then our origin is right here at 0, 0, right in the very center. It's 0 for x and 0 for y. If you get confused about which one is x and y, use my little thing of y to the sky. If you can remember y to the sky and the word sky has a y in it, you'll remember that that is the y axis, okay? Now, the order we connect them is important. If we use the wrong order, we can get a confusing picture. We have this nice parabola. Look at this silly thing. So if we connect them by the order of the x-coordinates, we'll get this nice parabola. But if we just do it willy-nilly and don't pay attention to the x-coordinates, we can end up with some funny corkscrew-looking thing. So if you look at these x-coordinates, you can see they start way on the left of the number line at the -12, and then it slowly gets bigger, -11, -10, -8, -6, -5, -4, -4. So it slowly headed that way, didn't it? Okay, so it also helps if we have a general idea of the shape that we're graphing. If we can tell from our equation or from what we're doing that there's going to be a general idea of the shape, and if I said to you, well, plot these points, it should make the shape of an apple, we'd know that this one is wrong because it's all crisscrossed and mixed up and it kind of looks like a fish, doesn't it? All we have to do is put an eye here and it would look like a fish. So you have to do them in the correct order, but knowing a general idea of what shape it's supposed to be can help too, all right? Now, mathematical notation is going to vary by country, The R stands for real numbers in the USA. That's American style. Other countries may use R for something else, and their mathematic notation may not look like ours, okay? And other letters can be used in place of the X and the Y for the axis, as long as they're used in alphabetical order. The X and the Y are actually arbitrary. They were just chosen and used the most, so that's what everyone's using. And it's kind of generally agreed between mathematicians that we use the X and Y for this. But you could use any letters as long as you use them in alphabetical order, so that would be A, and then we'd have B. See? All right? So our next video is 3.2b, and we're going to do ordered pairs and solutions to an equation. I'm going to add this video to the Algebra 2 playlist now, and if you want to click on the description of this video, you can go to that link to see them all, to study and for tests or whatever, and there'll be a link to my Algebra 1 chapters for graphs and linear equations and relations and functions playlists, all right? So that might help you. So you can just go to the description of this video and click on them, all right? I hope you're doing okay. Don't forget that I'm on patreon.com, and if you'd like to help support what I'm doing, making my videos and helping everyone, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like to support me. You can also go to YouTube's fan funding on my homepage and offer $1 or $2. All right? I hope you're doing well, and I'll see you next video. Bye.